Hello, everybody. It's Philip Lee returning with another episode of Civil War Chat. Today is Thursday, the 24th of June, 2021. Click on the subscriber button here in the lower right to get future episodes, and also the notification bell in the upper right to get the notifications. Like I say, I want to get my subscriber count up to 1 million, so you can help me do that. Just click those buttons. Today, I'm going to talk about honor code violations at Washington and Lee University, ? Prompted by Robert E. Lee's legacy, Washington and Lee University has a strict student-run honor code system that requires entering freshmen to pledge that they will not cheat, lie, or steal, and they will not tolerate such conduct by others. If the recent experience of freshman Kamron Spivey is an example, however, it appears that honor code violations are ignored if the offenders are among those who want to strip Robert E. Lee's name from the school. Kamron is the most outspoken student advocate for keeping Lee in the name. First, after months of research, in May, he prepared 400 copies of a multicolored trifold brochure documenting Lee's accomplishments at the school and reasons why he should have his name retained in the name of the school. After distributing them on campus, the school's public safety department was prompted to question his actions as a possible safety violation, obvious harassment. Apparently, nothing came of that except the intimidation of this conscientious freshman. Second, he received permission from the student activities director to suspend a 6-foot by 2-foot banner in the campus commons. In less than a week, students twice stole the banner. After a public safety officer recovered it the first time, the officer refused to identify the student who stole it, thereby enabling the offender to evade the honor court. Third, the student affairs director also gave Kamron permission to post, quote, "save the name," close quote, posters on bulletin boards, but nearly all were ripped down daily. In one case, a professor waited nearby while he posted one and then immediately ripped it down in his presence. She, or possibly he, meaning I don't know the gender of the professor, but I'm just going to use she carried it over to him and demanded to know if he had permission to post it. When Kamron responded in the affirmative, the professor demanded proof. At this point, Kamron was shaking like a leaf, but told her to contact the student affairs director to confirm his claim. She continued to harangue Kamron until he showed her a copy of the director's email granting him permission. Only then did she return the bulletin that she had damaged, and walked away in a huff without any apology to Kamron for her boorish behavior. Fourth, following the above incidents, Kamron visited the Washington Lee president, William Dudley, to ask that Dudley send an email to students, faculty, and administrators urging that they respect the free speech rights of politically conservative students and Lee defenders. Dudley refused, flat refused. Fifth, after meeting with Dudley, Spivey learned that the Student Judicial Council had charged him with, quote, "conduct unbecoming of a Washington and Lee student," close quote, for distributing the trifold brochures. Even though a public safety officer had told him earlier that he was, quote, "not in trouble," close quote, for circulating them, he had to battle this trumped up charge. Fortunately, the council quickly dropped the charges, but offered no apology. They had not even really looked into what had been going on. Sixth, on May 14th, Kamron wrote the Board of Trustees describing all of the preceding incidents. They gave no reply. Finally, on June the 6th, he wrote the general's readout to share his correspondence with President Dudley and the Board of Trustees. He concluded, quote, "I am disheartened by every member of the student body, faculty and administration, and board of trustees who repudiate the teaching of history while endorsing criminality and oppression of conservative thought and opinion. I hope that by sharing my story, members of the Washington and Lee University, past, present, and future, can see how unwelcoming our institute has become and advocate for a change," close quote. Presumably, Kamron Spivey is 18 or 19 years old. If such a youth can demonstrate the kind of industry and courage that he has in defense of Lee, we should be ashamed to stand by and do nothing. Perhaps the General's Readout can use its connections to Tucker Carlson to get Kamron on Tucker's show. Perhaps you have connections that can get Kamron the publicity we need to protect Lee and the publicity he deserves. This reminds me a lot of the Catholic high school students near Louisville that were maltreated and by the press in Washington. Okay, anyway, email me with your ideas. Phil, Phil _ Lee, Leigh at me.com. I found Kamron's Facebook page, and he has a slogan that he likes. I'll just tell you where it comes from. Gospel of Mark, chapter 11, verse 6. That's from Kamron. So let me also mention, here's something else you can do. Buy 2 copies of Southern Reconstruction by Philip Lee. They're $22 each at Amazon and Barnes & Noble. And if you want autographed copies, they're $25 from me. You just need to email me, Phil _ Leigh, Leigh at me.com. And they're $25 each, and I'll cover the postage if you're here in the United States. Phil _ Leigh at me.com. Now buy 2 copies. Keep one for yourself and give one to somebody else, because what we need to do is we need to correct the narrative that all that the white Southerners did during Reconstruction, which is what's being taught in academia, all they did was harass blacks and think of ways to complicate and abuse blacks. This is just not true. Get Southern Reconstruction to get a balanced history of the Reconstruction era here in the United States. Okay, that's our show for today, and thanks for watching. There it is.